Hello all, welcome to my channel Learning Oasis. So in today's video, we are going to see some of the basic functions that are available in Excel, which can be used for numbers, text, and then the date content. Okay. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe it. So let's get started. First, let us look into the sum, average, and then the count function, how to use it. So this is a set of numbers that I have. So I want to calculate the sum of it and then the average, and then I want to identify the count. So how many numbers are there? Let's see how to do it. So the first function is sum. So you just need to type in this formula equal to sum of, and then select the entire range where the numbers are available, and then close the bracket and then hit enter. So this will give you the sum of the numbers that are displayed here. Okay, so next thing is average. If you want to calculate the average, same thing, equal to, enter the function average, and then select these numbers, close the bracket and then hit enter. So now count. Next one is I want to check how many numbers are there in this list. Okay, so for that all I need to do is enter the function count, open the bracket, select the range, close the bracket and then hit enter. So there are 10 different numbers in this list. Okay, so we are done with the basic set of functions. So next one is we are going to see some basic functions that can be used for the text values. So here if you see there are two different names. So for that I'm going to apply these different functions, left, right, mid, and then concatenate. Okay, so the left function will help me to identify a certain number of characters from the left of the text that you are going to select. So let's see how to use it. So I'm going to enter the function left and then select this value. So if I want the first name alone, just we need to count the number of characters here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, or rather 8. Then hit enter. So I would get the first name. So if I want to get the last name, I can use the right function. So this will give me the characters from the right side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So select the text and then enter the number of characters you need. So this will give me the 5 characters from the right hand side of the value that you selected. Okay, so the next one is mid function. So this will help you to identify the uh, text that is in the middle. For instance, the value here, right? It has a middle name. So if I want to display the middle name alone, I can use this function. So I'm going to use the function equal to mid, open the bracket, select the text, and then from the beginning, I'm going to leave out 9 characters, and then from the end, I'm going to leave out 6 characters, and then close the bracket. So this will give me the middle name alone. So now I have another function called as concatenate. What is concatenate? If you have two different names, say first name and last name, and you want to combine it together, you can use the concatenate function. It's not only for name, it could be anything else. Okay, so let's use that. So equal to concatenate, and then select this cell, comma, this cell. So this should give me the first and then the last name. I hit enter. Okay, so this is what you get. I have combined these two and I'm getting the first and last name together. So next there are another 4 different functions which can be used on text. Okay, first one is upper, lower, proper, and trim. Let's see what are the uses of this function. So I'm going to use the upper function first. Upper, select this value, close the bracket, and then hit enter. The entire name will be displayed in the uppercase. And then the next one is lower function. It's very similar. Instead of uppercase, this will display it in the lowercase. And then there is a function called as proper. So I'm going to apply this proper function for the text that is in lowercase or uppercase. Please check what it's going to do. It will convert it into a proper text format. Every name that is starting will start with a capital letter, and then the remaining would be in the lowercase. Hit enter. If you see, the first letter of each word is showing up in uppercase, remaining is in a lowercase. Then there is another function called as a trim function. So for that, let's take this example. If you see, this is the same first name and last name, but there are too much of space that are available in the front and then in the middle. So if I use the trim function, it will give me a proper first and last name without unwanted blank spaces. So let's check that out. So equal to trim, open bracket, select the cell in which the text is available, close the bracket, and then hit enter. So if you see, all unwanted space are being removed. So we are done with the text functions. So the next one is functions related to date. Okay, so for instance, we have a date today, I mean date here, which is today's date, and you want to identify the year, month, and then day of it separately. So for that, I can use the year function and then select the date. So this will give me the year of this particular date. So the next one is month. Month of, month is 1 because it is January, and that is what it is here, 8/1/2024. So you're getting the month. And then the next one is day. Day of, select the same date and then hit enter. You would get the day. Today's day is 8. So that is what you're getting, the date as 8. So next there are two other functions, today and now. You can use this function in multiple places, but first thing that you can do is, if you want to get today's date, you can use this function today. Today, open and close bracket and then hit enter. It will give today's date. There are other places you can use this. For instance, if you're identifying a deadline for some project or anything like that, uh, you can use the current date minus the date that it has to be delivered, so that will give you the difference between those two dates. The next function is the now function. This will help you to display the current date and then time. So equal to now of, open bracket, close bracket, and then hit enter. This will give you the current date along with the time. There are three more functions which are not very useful, but you can be aware of it. Okay, so the first one is hour. So it's hour of, I'm going to select this one. So this will give us the current hour. We are at 12:19 p.m. So that is the reason it is giving me 12. And then there is another function called as minute. This will give me the exact minute of the particular date that we have selected, right? And then second, this will give you the second value. So these are some of the basic functions that are available in Excel. If you are a beginner, you must be aware of these functions because these could be utilized in uh, various situations depending on what type of work that you are going to do with that. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you all.